and the dwumadi 18 sabro nti wa mantema obeba no na yapon ekogye ahome ntimi sew eno abantem se be kakra me de bae no metimi ene wache na afo nsi na setane Asia ko ena akwa Tuesday March 24th 2026 and the den komo no 18 sabro dwumadi e friend say sports night meeting at the Prof Wallace agudie catch back up the only nomenclature the professor's degree in sports a while ago to say the ecosystem current affairs ne political show ni mo de and Philip Osebo so squad na dama wone ne producer Dominic Kisiabu akokutwumo and afi so all the wonderful members so mtimi come tiba mo a won de say dwumadi kese ne etimi koguye radio adwuma na kwa baton yenso asum from now enkopem say 8:30 bitia sabo no ana yenso ye de sa minute yi e ba beso mtimi say na wadwani ntem na ye de san hye so kun etimi say ja kama pa hye so mame say e wo me package no ne no me biebie mu ramu nchinku na hye so say enkomo nketekete wono ma ye de beja na afo hu se na setane Asia ko amano tokrom setdazi enso beba kumwa je mandehye se na monim no ono so de enkomo kakra be fia mono ne tokronim na odi aba na afo hu se na setane Asia ko yen say bere kra wo so kra nyame adoma Mr. Yawapia e wa ha ono ye special guest ono ye regular guest e wa ha ma ene din sa so enkomo kakra aba no ono so be bese kakra na afo yi e de ato wonom na mabie punu kakra so de ato na afo so de wadwenche kakra etimi e de aba na odi aba no na wa hye no so mam say ye one friend say live presenter mention LPMs eno so me de ma no betia service na de ama BPMs no mebo de afi computer mu so de agyaw na afo no so e kire say ewi adwuma na anesa na afo so eye mabie punu e de ato na afo so de wadwenche kakra tia saba dwumadi anyina da no Philip 2AK47 the gunshot man ono ni producer panyipa wa kuriche nkomo no ne de agun krata no so pe na mehwemu a me de ebrew afo so hye no so mam say Alexander Kobisto e kan bi na afo mevi sama no mami e de production ifi America tono de ba Bernard Padibo twe mo fa sinin pon Patrick Osajman Katima Songo the fire one is back Eric Ezedu Bodi entakasa so can be now fin so kwaku being Maestro Andy ono na host of the Ultimate Sports Morning Show Dennis Asamoah Alatula west na Mexico so agudie mu kasebo they say the whole Ghana obi en ho betini no ama agudie mu kasebo na fe okeka wani chirem ehwese na setane AC ekwa na say Abednego ko mensa na fe king Kanija the quiz master ono so eka bi na fe Evans kwa na sapon na fe so no radio D4 eyi babam ko esika dwuma kakra batenedie odi4 hanma ono so ewa chireboa prapre chire maniama etiantutu yi edi amai Send us bill, say Bangazi, and a senior man on duty. Washabwa, Emma, Yedi Chumedi, Kesi, and so at Tiense Giant, maybe a piano, but more than other, say, do a feeding bit in Sato. In terms of the internet, Nadia, or actually, Quendi Asempa FM live on Sabitian Sakai. Now, wait me don't come at me Asaba, now on Sana Satan ACL commercial, maybe a piano, as Prof Wallace, who come social media platforms, no so bit me who send a Yama ACT Honum, now also I drink a cry at Saba. You tell us where you are listening to us or you're watching us from via Facebook. Now, fear who send a name at Prof Wallace Twitter handle no so me also Enoch Wallace Walanyo and also course on Sabitia coming all other social media platforms now feel so company ye mo adwuma no omu email ne enoch.walanyo.asempaonline.com and also odem komone ba email na person send me a bit yan san twenko honum now feel so friends of Wallace 0257023391 0257023391 friends of Wallace also joining near interactions no honor and also betia basa itinerary way very meaningful, very descriptive, and in fact a bit persuasive. In the Komono 18 Saba, Shanason, Mamma say a programs manager, a Philip Osebo Esquire, now face so a Samuel Kadiri in Cheese Post, or not a programs director, now face so Abdullah do a general manager, I feel Parkwesi a Como, a TV so now face a year Yashua Tigo, Omo Esha Adum, a year FM so 79 days more to the 2026 World Cup. Question the Messi 2026 World Cup no a year 79 days ana aka na ye ko a year 2026 a World Cup nim 79 days inti babia ubia no she no so ma 79 days to air the World Cup 79 days to the World Cup inti ade chen ade esa no ohwese ne ma Asia koso a ubetimi aboabo ho a anase oboabo ho ko World Cup no dia na wa hye ne so say sports night e say 79 days more to the World Cup. Now here are some interesting facts about the World Cup. The biggest World Cup than the Super Bowl with over 200 national teams or more enter on the qualification process no 48 teams and they compete in the final tournament in 2026. Brazil has played in every World Cup, 22 World Cup, and has won the most titles World Cup nim. Oba World Cup abakosima. World Cup has been held every 4 years since 1930, except during the World War II and a hodun in 1942 and then 1946. Shensubion said 2026 World Cup no will be hosted jointly by United States of America, Canada, and Mexico, marking the first airtime 3 countries co-host to Sakentino. Well, co-host no 2 countries they host to, but wait the very first time near 3 countries and I come to Pamwa. Omo ehusu Sakentino. Afisa Sankomo so Sumame se Pele is the only player to have won World Cup title 1958, 1962, and 1970. Brazil Pele. Your friend say World Pele. Now that you could see na West in Mexico so be kwasi amfana kuma sie no. Ono ana West in Mexico so World Cup no wageno 1958, 1962 and 1970. The only player who have 3 World Cup titles e wona bakwasem ebi NC beyond that kwesi se wiase beba na wie because se bo no emu ade ade cha ade sebia no na ye wo legend. Inti hye no so bio say 79 days anaka ye de echo World Cup. Inti wan se se bi hye to bi na ye na onyanye ya wetin aye wo de see from 78 days yi ko abehwe na nwa no asettle on wachichire ne kama sebe ya obetimi ede akọ World Cup no na aboa amanema wan be basoro na eye shitona kogu ase na afi wetimi edu solite pachichire obetimi freeze ne class na be ya ukọ World Cup na bedu no na stella no obetimi ababa wade dokro bi na woto a on mo bia ya ma garibia wala se ha because wetimi chase ka kase ntwa plane ticket na obekọ no na West Mexico side aduane di nso akọ problem pese ukọ blasters a cheaper na se kwan obetimi afaso no ana maka kire no abusua ba bia wo bia nso no sanshine so mam say desi don komi beda na efiadoma obete kenkran ni na ne say COS Ultra air coolant ye kan coolant ba ko ebeti aboa ema oka no musa oso dia on the mechanisms on yema emaka no move effectively and efficiently no COS air Ultra coolant e ka ho na coolant ya ma photo ne ye de egu gallon bi ma se ye de kala kakra won da bi eno nye ba pa no ope coolant papa COS Ultra coolant eno ne beti aka fri ama radiator coolant no ana medi one dance dia ma opeso engine no ebo adwuma ompese car no engine component na say radiator component no ebetimi asanwe na kire na face kwa no e the problem abre car no ebe rusty na fe corrosion etimi say take place am sell COS Ultra coolant ana metimi edi one dance dia ma afen so kwa COS Ultra coolant no chemically and mechanically formulated and nti unya ya say we abo car na say dia otimi sampa coolant na endo ebetimi asanfa engine components ni na unya overheating na afen so kwa na emma water pump no and radiator components no enso end damage na emma na luku harmless at all times inti so bomodin da ope coolant dia we taxi driver we Uber yango driver utwi car kese osa nf so STC ne basa kese ni na no COS Ultra coolant no ene coolant ba ko ebeti aboa emma car no sa so die bia wo kwa bo se na wiper no ba ko ba ko coolant na de gu kan enye papantia COS Ultra coolant frame 0244577559 0244577559 and 0544133169 0544133169 now ni COS Ultra coolant yan twenko the right additives and they make it the right coolant but more than from gym nemwa emaniama 822 yi enfamam afi wapomodon sem so ayade ba kwa hu ye pa nti wo Sportsnite no ye the power specialist herbal hospital omo hyehyɛ so konkra bijaw say hepatitis yade no ye woni A ye woni B ye woni C ye woni D ye woni E na say hepatitis yi asifo nyina da no o pese ultimate clear ni na fio alphabetical order dia na je say power specialist herbal hospital o metia boa say hepatitis A B C D E o be yi nyina fio na boa e mo pomodon sem etia gina kunkun sciatica na tete arthritis na figuria dwonso ya syphilis wadwen don't pay baby bia to chime bia ukọ power specialist herbal hospital behwe afi ulcer na afi hernia okwe afi kidney problems awudo famina kwa benya of ACP main road ometian sa hwa boma nema etia kwedema Kumasi branch no omo ofiase lake busomtwen road just Prof filling station sabetia common crime ana afi so kwa takwade branch na Anaji estate opposite Anaji MA primary school afi product power specialist herbal hospital edia badwa man so amanfo to no herbal powder any mixture immune system support ebeboa misrao afi jirikajiri heba mixture no so male vitality be ma se benyado wo yes ne Mexico so aba na da hoyi wo de ante sa na de ache misrao so ebo adwuma wo de say manfo be kai those days na ekus kom sina kokromoti sorry ofanam de miadok no so fanam efa miadok no so enti male vitality ne jirikajiri heba mixture betia boa edu anya heba malamex no so mara fever na chete general body pains be yefio afi cough care heba mixture chesty cough ubowa ubon konkone samawa nyina misrao ni be yefio edu anya heba tonic no loss of appetite bu onso aduane no why you chop money buy na bia odon sa wo mu sa na de ache misrao sa de na ya na man so wani me hare yan kan kire obati ntimi nka edu anya heba tonic loss of appetite be yefio obedi o ma ho ne o ma ni ho ni ade dia pe so obetia friend 0244 544 422 0244 544 422 power specialist heba hospital ma dance na me de ma no misrao nwumre ba bia obi afasa na ma etutrim 0200 38 38 31 0200 38 38 31 and I say 055 579 7878 055 579 7878 WhatsApp line power specialist heba hospital be bejo wa 2 mi ahwe na ya de se na tie bieda no o mbetie ye fi dim na boa ema ne ma etiatutu ye edi amount afi o to bet dia na bet info hihye sonko kom dia bani bet we fo pen fo mo pe ana ne wa yo mo customer o to mo chacha ne bi no o de san hihye sonko no 8 jao support ne ko dia ma o ma to sports bet ne casino yinada no o be any points a points o betia converting into cash ga kudi na boa ma ne ma etia ko dia ma is that easy and intimacy the best part ne so betia convert whatever you want and then wetia some withdraw funds no use na dey place new bet no strings attached betia enjoy the whole new way to get rewarded with Betway. Betway from paying for and almost say Bomodian Bra. Betway.com.gh. Betway.com.gh. Terms and conditions ni applied. Regulated by the Gaming Commission of Ghana. O betia fajunika kratun we san se bet diwa. Wa adwene betia boso. Utri betia hye kakra. Woni so betia bru. Ebe who are you? Woni mu fo twetwe fa onyim. Esan se Africa paying for there. Ka Betway dia o se getway mo. Wo mi na atachiri ana ye de san hye so kwen so 18 jam. Enti ya na wa hye no so e di aman. Make up you know na fufuo party na no ada adom tv e cover fufuo party by nei wona na mo fufuo party nketen bibiri na ana etwa ho ehia Ghana eni obia ento kese eni obia nso eni echimpe na mo fufuo party ne kese no ne mpompon so no fufuo party na obolobu fufuo party ne bode fufuo party agbono afe ene ne edi aba medanya miase fufuo party obolobu afe ne edi aba bo ye Ghana's independence heritage no ana de san hia so queen e gather round a bowl of fufuo near reflecting on Ghana bakwasem kakra ese Ghana nya say 69 years and interest na ne city a Adom TV paying for 20 konakra na de san hyeso kwetuansa ba sa Adom TV fufu party 2026 must attend family program abusuo obi amra enamfofo na afenso kwa adwumamfo ye nyina de ni 8 years kire say match busumi ma 2026 ana dwumedin eba so multimedia arena enka ne frɛ ha kokomimne fan of first street batenei say numo ya hotel street into ba na wa hye ne so de wani 8 years kire ha Saturday memeda 28th of March 2026 and as adwumedi eba so no panu nsia nkopem anwume no nsia bomoden ada ye nyi taku sempo akapra na se kwanyo kra e wo sa adwumedi kasiem delicious fufu ana babedi yunya ne wayowa oba fa wayowa na bomoden ada oba mu a otimi sampa live band o mahene kwabena santimu nyina betua sanjinem sister Sunday mu ana fejeri justice mu payinfo presenters akese a e ofia no omne begina nim na yenso nketwa no so agina chiri abojako na afia de age fufu adi etia mana square musical performance eba na afen so fun competitions any more and de bebrel bomoden da so between the nia chasi boate shene so memeda 28th of March 2026 na dwumedin eba #no social media so say TIM tintim intia na wa chene so e de amame dire mambites e de nsapa baba e tachiri club bi ese bi de eno ane club na afen futali say all natural juice no medeba na afen so sprinters or say printers no or say man so meshebi Adom TV ye wadoye and de san so create saba all you need is your Iowa. All you need is your Iowa. Your Iowa. Bomodi ada so de beba na odi abeta chira bo ma dwumeti ne etia kama. Afi Asempa FM community sports quiz into yes nema ACT a. Dwumedi ne King Kanija they were quiz master ene dwumedi no pagya de agina kunkoma nema 8 sa kokoyi. Ba bia obia no otiu eye brono a ote so ne mpotem na wetia sa ta machi okwani ase nyina so. Malamfo baby afi Santa Maria North Kanation East Kanation South Kanation West Kanation obi na baby. Accra New Town ni Old Town fo nyina so eba. Nima fo ginem kaso na afi ama sama shaman South Industrial Area, West Industrial Area, North Industrial Area, East Industrial Area. Omu nyinam afọ doko domi pillar 1, pillar 2, pillar 3, pillar 4. Enkopem 10. Omu naba afi temafo omsi ye temafo omsi ye temakra de obetia san twam kra asa okwa akuse no obetia san twam tema ba ko so obeko ehege sege okwa asa okwa adan big adan no ha se wona akwaje nam na akwaro no enti we na nema esi akwa tashi omu na so ha mo ebo adwuma ema nema etia kwenti communities no when we need the ultimate price ne bragging right ne this time South Industrial Area man for back afi atwam no omu ne peja franka ne gina kunku afi omu betia ya na South Industrial Area for more omsi ai afi o catch action in life our Asempa 94.7 FM. So Facebook every Saturday be at 10 to 12 noon and at Jumedin Eba. So communities no and they battle each other for the supremacy. Intimate amazing prizes and a bit in Sandia bro. Grand finale no Messi kwa utim no ubenya chedi almost a no on subenya chedi umpe na peka mu to many kuren. Asempa Sports Quiz hashtag no Asempa Sports Quiz hashtag no Mr. Above for attention, Syntax tank say a strong sign tough. After Whitechapel agency say choose quality no na choose a white temple. Now for the game energy drink say feel the energy. Now for so kwano local mixture say Western Mexico sa nasida ye in kind. And now for Kojak Pro Code say no any original no. Now for Pam Sam Air Company Limited. Woman nada te chireboa Emma ede Asempa FM community sports quiz. You medino etia bro kama pantiana also wetien say de chirebi na ahwaboa emaniama etian kwe we mu nyada ene sponsors ni mu akese etotro to ni etwetwa mo ta chiraboa ema enanyumre so ye de sports night meeting from now till 8:30 ye de dwumedi ni etian san bro nti we de sports night na akoya ni tew nti yenkomo a na me monkomo akra I still don't like a friend say hwese na ma esi ekoso a na say I still don't like Luis Suarez I still don't like Luis Suarez due to 2010 World Cup heartbreak. We Ghana man penny na kasa asemi ne bof no I still don't like Suarez obi na kan bof obi tin kan different thing but Ghana man penny communicationist or say I still don't like Suarez due to 2010 World Cup. Let us say heartbreak no 2010 World Cup na so South Africa on African soil on Nelson Rudolph Mandela the crew. Now President John Dramani Mahama admit say he still have boss ASR resentments no when I say yeah say forgive obi so a when I say one now heal you until he still ASR resentment wa habo towards Luis Suarez over the strikes in famous handball during Ghana's clash with Uruguay at 2010 FIFA World Cup in South Africa. Minya kwa may a bit of may presentation on Suarez issue no. But now they so be if na kwam. What I say, yenya penalty be ko boy cry san to twin na no dey na aba. So let's grab be kind my more. Let us see the positive in there, you know. And Ghana man penny say he made this remark while addressing guests at the Ghana World Cup fundraising campaign. And nanu fear that turn on this ankomo kesi 22 March 20th 2026 ewo Kempinski Hotel ewo Accra. Na incidents no remain one of the most controversial moments in World Cup history. Luis Suarez deliberately handled Dominic Adia ni goal bound header no on the goal line in the dying moment of extra time. They deny Ghana the historic semi-final spot no. Despite being sent off no, as Samoa Messi penalty resulting in Messi penalty no. Ghana went on to lose the match in the penalty shootouts. Ghana will open their campaign against Panama. Bibia Mekwema 17th June World Cup no near face England and also 23rd June na fear conclude group stage no against Croatia on 27th of June. Intimidate pass through Sportsnite there. When we date next time na they be ano ye de bebo matches na e da nim World Cup. Ghana man panyi na nkomuni e wosena nyema Asia koso no.
The energy that was in the air, the nation standing still, united in hope, as we came within a whisper of gaining world glory. Indeed, those moments were heartbreaking, and I still don't like Suarez since that incident, and I've never wished him well since he did what he did. And they defined a moment of Ghana's football history and glory. Since then, our Black Stars have experienced highs and lows. The disappointment of 2014, the lessons of 2022, and the sobering reality of missing AFCON 2024 for the first time in 2 decades. But Ghanaians have remained faithful to our stars.
near Abanono, Ghana Mampenny, and Atene say Luis Suarez, a Uruguayani, a professional footballer, our plan to a striker, the Inter Miami Bubukuno, na Luis Suarez, a month for Becca, there's a January 24th, 1987, and there was a brandy over BFS Jose El Salto Uruguay Cheso. Now he's known for his prolific goal scoring and then skill on the field of play, or no, and Omar Ghana, wrestling my Asia Kosa, a month for Bibrina, Edip Subobon say, Entian Quenimo World Cup in our count. Luis Suarez has played several top clubs, including national Groningen Bobukuno, Nafe Ayasan, so about Liverpool, about Barcelona, about Atletico Madrid, Nafe, so about Gremio, and Afe. So he's won numerous titles, including the European Golden Shoe, Afe Premier League Golden Boot, Osanje, and La Liga Championship. Luis Suarez, or just anime 92 where's the name Asia Coast Brandt and Cambodia, or Bobby. Currently, Suarez played for Inter Miami CF, where he scored goals and provided assists. He is also Uruguayan all-time leading goal scorer with 69 goals in 143 matches. Elson and Yama Asia course until Luis Suarez, Obetian Sobomu, Amana Paneti, the Mawa, Osha, and She, into Western and Yama Asia Kwani, Ebayano, into Oba YouTube no so, and no, and that's so, Nitino, Megana Mapeni, and any, or see, or the Sa, Yauno, Sa Rosemo, or the Chenny Trimpa, na MC who Luis Suarez, Obetimi, and then Akasa Amai. Now, yes, I'm coming on Krafu from Biondia, na the 30 million air target for the recent Blasters fundraising is to support the national team and other auxiliary activities for the World Cup. Honorable Kofi Adams and the Sound Kumi Aba. Now fundraising drive was officially launched at the Kempinski Hotel on Kraha. Now no fear that 20th of March na President Ankasa Kwatemu na Obama Sanchez on Creating Koye. Now Honorable Kofi Adams on the Minister for Sports and Recreation or describe this initiative as a central component of Ghana's strategy to ensure the national team has resource and then needed to compete at the highest level. Resources I be boy am competing and now actually quite until at the launch Ibrahim Mohammed's company engineers and then planners Ghana man peninu na 5 million United States of American dollars some they support to our campaign na music where's the Mexico star Chatawali Sampa or Shazini Konyabania the African for do not dinachi after Stoneboy and such as Sampa where's the Mexico so Shama Hodie on so capture ho our where's na Satanisi kwa also committee over 100,000 Ghana cedis also the boy I feel so it is Chatawali Eddie 100,000 na Stoneboy de Kakrasa pays 101,000 US dollars. And on the buy, and I feel so Ghana go fields and so promise 2 million immediately $2 million so need dollars then Ghana need dollars so about dollars and I debo air for the baby with an additional 1 million is slated for next year. Until Huma Blasters fundraising isn't just about the national team, it's also support other air sports in Ghana. Until Honorable Kofi Adams and I confirm Asempa FM so say other disciplines will also benefit from Blasters. Instance Blasters acquire the flagship air product for air sports for Ghana hadia. That's some agents kadia on between the support. Memo mama san kan fanto amount for team says sika na air boshe sika eba na air boshe. What I say sika ek bobu bondi na air boshe nya mai boshe so nipa betin atua obi so obetia ka say ontua. And I say boshe de ho ahomete. So I say sika eba na say air boshe. What I say sika eba bobu na air boshe. What I say air promises ne pledges amount for aye edia magana air boshe. Nti boshe de obi pa no wetin atua ibi atam wo hye bono no wo ska bi da fie bodu fie ne ja to ne fie eno ho betin aye won eti e boshe nti manfo de o mane abu se sika bi wo na hwan ne kita sika ni that e boshe promise sika we na e promise ana eno eti me ba yenti Honorable Kofi Adams
you see what the biggest brand and what the other brands we company multi company ni awunim say bibi papa na oye kese no we dey no e bi pia ana we betwi omo phone no kakra aba weni. For example, if I want to use multimedia as a platform, multimedia your brand bia your news say open news star winning bia obeko and na your brand so open sports star winning bia obeko enti ye pese ye pia multimedia was sports so ye platform or say ye de yade no ko ye de aboa omo aka no ye pese ye ka bibi about news ye ni media ye de be ko na aboa other platform no so the same thing with sports say ye play Asempa FM Black Stars and the biggest brand and so male football at the senior level is the biggest brand in the world. So the dear we take advantage of idea nipa then already or you're interested already. Pull the others along.
The Honorable Kofi Adams, Minister, the Sports and Recreation of Ghana, and out in Cancer, and also HHS and Nema Asia Coast on your sports in our blasters next year, and see Omo Edge take a cow Chidia. So I get Tenny Beko, Ediama, Air Sports and get one sweet Disuno. Now, watch him Modine, Amaniama Etia Quidia, Magana, this young Jim, now fancy Ghana, sweating and Sako, Pija Frank Canadian Kunkon, I would you media Gusu Edimo. Now, a hamburger Esvin, almost for the fence runs for the bois, and also has an Nema Asia Coast, colonel for blasters. Na camp following the withdrawal of Inaki Williams atwene kakra and afen so Brandon Thomas Asare Thomas Asante and also both almost sustaining knock during recent league match etwensa to Jonitino enya dia Brandon Thomas Asante and a feature for Coventry City wo 3-0 win over Swansea Uhima but was replaced by Abante fence George Eccles wo 62nd minute after so picking up an injury. Inaki Williams played the entire duration for Atletico Bernabeu with over Real Betis into wrestling Mexico so antina winner over Real Betis no na Nika Sempa, but subsequently scans no release or sustaining a knock during the match into preventing him from making the trip to Vienna into Nadia Sabranti between Sababinti Arosema Etian Sabanesa Ghana formanti emuni omakwena nkroba into Nadia omo ebitia bebo ediama blaster in Diabani camp update Inaki Williams Atletico Bernabeu forward and afi Brandon Asante and Coventry City forward and afi Sukano Ransford Yeboa almost West Mexico hamburger Esvin forward West and Mexico omunai out but Ransford Yeboa and any ono eba biginem ediama star 2 players here womuso ebanitiana washene so ediama me we the latest and the quickest update yede abro ya comedians camp am drop about 8 players from under 17 World Cup qualifier squad no over Wallace participation sankolai omo so hwetro what I say tieso mko tro so ekusua de tro so hwe nti 8 players o omo bo under 17 my team no benfo che say yo mo asinchen omo ko tro wasi what I say momo be say ana say so chine bi ekonwe ne siam de be hye ne e kra bo ma Ghana na Ghana amwa ni ja wasi o say benfo say wasi no omo ko hwe so ntro na omo ntimi entwa nti ohwese Mexico so say I saw it approaching about 2 years ago, so I took the needed approach. Thankfully these players aren't my key players to face Togo in our upcoming air clash. We Joe Nana Adakwa head coach Edema Black Maidens no this Sankumui and so Etienne Saba. Ghana Togo and Ghana Pebo. Saturday 12th of April 2026. Inti Shenosumami second leg no Ghana any Togo and Ebesabo. Inti Joe Nana Adakwa head coach Edema Black Maidens and also 8 players. Omo esom kocho wasi. So when home be here because wasi amukotro inti Joe Nana Adakwa coach
I'm not sure what's in the next month. I bet crash it. You games so far. And got on there what's in my problem. But no about right now. I'm not saying what 30 players or come for players. So every okay. Problem got your what's in the room about 8 people. I'm already learning seeing that my selected for the past years, 2 years. I'm about 4 players. It's free because of not many use and time they do and make sure what they have the players support to be Boko Bonidiano. If you grab there, and say, we see players now, they hear for the match. I'm not sure what's the last year and TV. Okay.
Entino we okusene na Mexico wasi nchroye no akoya de ba kwa huhia pa anti esroma omo chro wasi na mo emake omo kama na omo national stars what I say ba nke se omo paper no kwa yiko ba bi on bo national team on na bo na motivate others no some de omo hatia san jim so I say but ni aba no wo dwumadi a wo mo so edi mutino ase Mike ne de edu anwumredi a na me ne honam ani moja enya okay Samba FM bebre na menya problem am say sidie meti o masum so meti me honka ba say edu anwumre say dia me ne honam ne moja nya sunsun atumfo what I say ana ya ne omo ede etentam so but erade ti ase ne waka no what I say waka no erade bo hye no ye din e bebem e wosena ne ma esia kontino kwasi me de me ye ne metimi bia me me so a na meko. The Ministry of Finance is set to give a budgetary approval for the National Air Sports Authority NSA. Normal fairly 45 staff, 450 staff vacancies no. In the Ministry of Finance, to we any panel doors of Juma 450 staff vacancies na bedaho. Na this follows a week of discussions between the management of the National Sports Authority and the Sports Ministry no, and after the country's post regulatory the Finance Ministry no, this vacancies no will be announced once the NSA receive air clearance from the Finance Ministry. Last month, the NSA governing board no omo air clash with Yampofankra led management over the recruitment of 17 staff. Quite fast so fast staff from Siamfankwemu. And the government board no who do the view that recruitment were not done in consonance with the laid down air procedure and the procedural error. It's without air board approval. However, the time of the recruitment, there was no board in place. It's necessary from Sobia. As the time say recruitment, it's necessary train. Ninya board na sana banina yaw ampofanka ebubu ne ebise sapelodum wa wane pampro esa de kotiwu esa shimwa wa fanya hwe recruitment pen ba amse da bi enya de ebitia sako ya ampofanka enkan BBC Centroni ene Director General for the National Sports Authority ne nkomuni.
Well, of course, I did say that this is a matter for the, hierarchy and done the right thing by making sure that the processes will be followed through. You need to remember, when we were put into office, there was no board for several months, almost a year without a board, but we had to work. And in that time, the World Cup qualifiers were there, so we needed to bring in people who would help us ensure that the World Cup qualification was on course, in addition to the staff that we had at the National Sports Authority. I'm sure you're aware that the NSA is more than 450 staff short nationwide, so it's not a matter of overstaffing, it's rather a matter of making sure we get the right clearances in due time from the Ministry of Finance, and then we can have these 17 and indeed more than 450 that we need across Ghana to shore up the shortage and help us run the National Sports Authority efficiently. Well, I've just told you that once we get clearance from the Ministry of Finance, they'll be paid through controller, then we can absorb them, and the shortage, 450 shortage, we can address that matter as well.
Enti ya ampo for Ankara
Asempa FM
ya wono abrochire ana Ghana for ade che na wono abrochire unso huna no atese we nice guy ya ampo for Ankara no adwuma ojo FM ko BBC ko bo adwuma very fantastic guy, very very nice guy ya ampo for Ankara because said maybe na Kufado friend wo Alisa Hotel he Yampofanka Shao. Any retired footballers, I just say a cowboy Jumaka craft fine. Yampofanka, now the National Sports Authority, Director General. Oh, too much. Intino, Yao, Union, to the post now Cosro, Tinyabano. Now, Niabani, former Air Black Stars Air Captain. Any head coach, if any Charles Kwabla Akono. Siki Akono, the Mapen Timbuni, Charles Kwabla Akono. What I say, na Siki Akono, you know, theocracy, theocracy, Church of Theocracy, and a money I want to hear. When you board the animal search about them, theocracy, only with Siki Akono to ye. Nanyabani, technical handler, a beginning close monitoring inform a made for a fence in Oak Morrison, or as this go man here, almost star performance. I know it becoming too compelling to ignore. Nti Siki Akono say ye free Abranten and Kebebo pa. While acknowledging that the timing may not yet be ideal for an immediate air collapse. Now, Kono believe say Abranten Enoch Morrison, he has done enough to warrant serious air consideration as Ghana's fine-tuned a squad ahead of the 2026 FIFA World Cup. 26-year-old former Kotoko midfielder, he has been a standout performance a Kenyan Premier League name. Will deliver a remarkable 15 man of the match display. Just 25 appearances Now the form I was central to a go mania for Omocha to top of the table where they sit on 56 points. 7 clear of their closest challenges. And Morrison consistently were full growing calls for his inclusion in the blast heart, but he was overlooked for the current squad. Inti Siki Akono and the Sanku Abase Enoch Morrison, former Kotoko player, young friend Blasters, go me ball bono, and young Qualabo, what I say until we in Mexico, Bonko for boy rope from the piano, no so bo go mania, and young Atabian obo, young friend no Mebua, Emaniama, ain't Honum. House of Folk returned to Accra Sports Stadium. GFA a confirm venue switch no amidst University of Ghana renovation no. Nti enra me de ho komo Accra Tensa Bijao. Kwame Prado kasama for penyi edema Accra of Folk. Wodna no ato sankomo mu kire sampa enokre som de omani kire Accra Sports Stadium.
Well, Medafi, there's one pitch, and you see, and there's load on the pitch. Into the grass is not as green, and I say it is not in good condition as new as it used to be. In Kayeti Farm, for the grass to be put in the best condition, then will have benefit. They will have to do some work on it. If it is whatever that they do on it, I think maybe I'm making sure that was a fertilizer so that the load not ever former, then the pitch will be put in a perfect condition, which will be very much positive for football.
Okay. Enti Kwame Prado, kasama for penny the mark class of folk. Phobia never say die. I share do ketekananum. Nyan kontomrante no anani or the sankomo so abija ewanum. Na kotokofon sons and football no. Interim coach Prince Ya Usu will recognize Western Mexico so the frustration of the club no supporters following a string of disappointing results and a 10 PM. Sa she my porcupine was for they contend their season round. See mbetian se sanyamam. Until Coach Prince Ousu believe say Kotoko win the rest of the league matches no, and they win the Ghana Premier League. Kotoko now we umtumedia edia what I say win no ebeboa amaniama etianko yenti Prince ya Ousu Kotoko for coach nkomo.
We know if we win this game, things are going to change around. It has happened before with Kotoko. It won't happen again. So we have to be alert. And we take our training, everything, preparation and everything serious so that we can win the rest of the games. And when we win the rest of the game, definitely something's going to happen. Yeah, if I admit it that there's pressure on me, it's a lie. I'm relaxed doing it. Because, hey, let it be it. Nobody knows tomorrow. If I'm able to win the matches and they said, so you got to go, what are you going to do? Nothing about it, you're going to go.
The Kotoko coach no omani abreba but mama fa wentwam so I say still on Kotoko na Kotoko amanfo keka minim se gomu jama de shed na no betuma Kotoko amanfo keka omo proposal list so I say omo epe obi obetian san beboa na wabedi club na nim se CEO Chief Executive Officer what I say proposal list be braba just a month for sure nim say like Kotoko obetianya san hihye no na nkomo no emunu a ududo masuko ahwese ne Mexico so na ne amponsa din asa babio na ne amponsa na ne amponsa ne din asa babio e san nkomo mu say uhwese ne Mexico so a nkom sambe some people want him to come back no be boy dwuma dia ma air club no
for Kotoko
na enso nkomo emu no so no George Kwesi former GFA vice president. Also doing a vice president ma question ante the couple the future of
Japanese mafia.
Did you but any other say I say George I say we should any interest with them because when your first time here George say on be Kotoko ACU.
George said this is the 5th time. Achepa.
But he doesn't appear interested.
George amwako kan asem bi.
Mami we now dey about why? We pay time na kan na obetini any opibia anya yibia. We na agifo na sen yeko. Why? Inti George akwesi afie nkomo no aba. Ana obisu hwese na Mexico so na obisu na machira ono so pre one nine sen nyame adoma na sabetia kan sa de brei. Frederick Champon.
Achi.
Ono so di abam. Frederick Champon.
Eni edi na eba na susu.
Frederick Champon ba Frederick Champon no seni nua na ma okuma se beje na tu no obebo adwuma ne no so yasem. He's a fine man.
Yeah.
But say be ni nua no betia gina tu. Ni communicate ni ma ye ne adwuma ya ne da na beje na tu pa so be.
Especially Kumasi for the
no yonku centro ni ya obe shun aba fam. Zenjofo.
O man kokra.
Dey. Zenjofo die. Yeni me ho. Nya bibia.
Omo de zenkoto ana.
Emu de zenkoto.
Omo nyina prebe bu ewo bu ni mana pan.
Edi ba ko samba light ni ma ye Dr. Kwame Baniakun.
Dr. Kwame Baniakun.
No so did ase. say o yesa na Mexico ko so ya na dia breaking kan between dia mad doctor Kwame Baniako.
Okay.
Eno so dey ase.
To aye kotokope on de onim de tie. Na say bi obesan ko biom ne asem no.
Na nkomo ye chi nyina no bi say don't trust anyone, not your best friend or even your wife. So don't trust anyone, not even your best friend or even your wife. What I say, for the son despises his father, the daughter despises the mother, the daughter-in-law defies her mother-in-law. Your enemies are right in your own household. Okay, Micah 7:5-6. Briefly on you no na film into our stories.
Unzana me kasa George Amoko. Ebe kasa mbi. Se Kumasi Asante ko kwa now Krobia. The structures no exercise. Na eno ntimi ansesa pe the problem beba. Okwa obenya problem. Nti ye kwan fa so rane kotoko. Ene bia the san sakrae ebem. Because ze anya sadia, se ne ampon sa waba pen. But there's no problem ho. Yeah. Kwamba ni akwa man member pen. Na wo ho. George Beko Fedachi Beko. Unse du ba bi na ukoye si we de makotoko ase cash ni hu pa na yedin. Kotoko adwuma no nya ne se ne ya ne tsakake. Because so kwakoye kotoko adwuma ne de na kotoko adwuma no se ya mfa ma nkoa so Gina kwaye kotoko unse all the time bi aka so Herbert Mensah ye successful Kumasi Asante ko de ndia e de ma no but si amba ma ni apo binum na bia o ya accountable to ni unse sa problem ti ni nyina ba o ne amponsan ya there was a board but ne amponsan can a lot of problems e o kotoko. Okay, nti krobia ne de ne rani edin even to say dia work to say dia ati o ati de atikodu ho pa ni promo benya no ni nuanam tan chofo
na maka ne simple no
o ati de no ni promo benya no ni nuanam tan chofo ana so kwaye kotoko ana we ko kire no hododo ana we ko to see ana we ko to say so you bia uni testing to say dia tender be kana running kotoko na say so kwaye kotoko no enya de edafo mo.
Okay, my ensan ko ani me we yesna Mexico so Ibrahim Tanku on the Kita Media Sporting Club na concentrating on the last 8 A games. Ibrahim Tanku no keep media focus amidst title pressure da omo so no Ibrahim Tanku adi abano no.
I think there's one thing we have to do. We have to keep on working. We have to make sure that we get our next 3 points at home. So definitely we still have 8 games to play. All the teams have a very tough game to play. So we are going to prepare very well for the last 8 games. I mean, if you lose a game, there's nothing you can say. We just have to go and then prepare for our next game. I mean, we lost the game, we lost it together. So we are going to prepare for the next game.
Okay. See, Ibrahim Tanku. One coach anka ono so on the politics now system no obi timi hampeke na so say we in the future no wa be blasters coach e pese obe won na necessary because we test me be pen coach mu
oh so bia in the coach say Ibrahim Tanko ye hunu o Ghana ha krase mbo ni coach ne nya Ghana ha ne hu ye hu amano ne being assistant coach ewo the indomitable Lions of Cameroon. And you use how or today ne bobre. Okay. By the Ghana Premier League ne die. And from Ibrahim Tanko. So wa Car Lions. Nemfa. Mediema ne second run no call Mediema last season. This time run no wo full hand e wo team no. Prof 8 matches. 6 matches are Mediema bo. Ono na kuta Mediema no de ombeda top. But on one to Kutamedia mad woman so echo down. Me how no so lit up the game. Okay. Because when Timian family dear man Ghana Premier League na Ibrahim Tanko as a coach and nasa bas body and nasa body in so ye can coach Saji Ghana Premier League Ibrahim Tanko kamwa when your opportunity kese pa.
Okay. I mean, come on, cricket in Sunni ICC Men's T20 World Cup. A can cricket some sporting was a T20 World Cup. Sub regional African qualifiers B. Niabani match day 1. Ushima Tuesday 24th of March. Niabani Tanzania and Malawi and Edebeboso Nafi S1Tini. One and St Helena and Edebeboso Nafi Ghana. Yanisha Shills and the Akinsin Ebitia Boss into where cricket and you don't come out Kratian Sabija Ukoda 25th of March. Niabani St Helena and Seychelles Bebo S1Tini and Tanzania Bebo. Na fe Malawi ene Ghana abo into cricket unyan hon komo we bia Jesus Sportsnite super ana yede ebebro 11th edition of the Ramadan Cup ana eba sui seneson ma say Ramadan Cup ni abanie Zabuzongo 1 ana afi Insawam 1 afi Tuga 1 ana Mamobi 1 Madina 2 ana afi so kwa no Shukura 0 Nungwa 2 ana Kaswa 0 sai Kaswa for mun kan se wo mu Fadama 0 Tuba 0 Tema 3 Nima 0 Nima fonso pa sa amatanse ma Tema abetwa Nima 3-0 afi Asalebotwe 2 ana afi Adabraka 0 Adabraka so ball start wo Ghana na start bi wa Adabraka o Adabraka for respect money no go from ni na fire okay Ashaiman ana afenso Anyazongo 0-0 ana almost etmi abo honum uba quarter finals na nese insamom ene mamobi so akensi no ohwema nese 3-0 won em say we 3-1 3-1 okay okay insamom 1 ana mamobi 3 okay ana Medina enso transe ene nungu abo 0-0 afi Fadaman enso ene Tema Fadama fokutwa Tema 2 omone ombo 2-2 ana Asalebotwe 1 ana Ashaman 2 eno ne etime pm semi finals ne beba nie Mamobi 1 ana Medina 1 afe omobo penalties a nese Medina fo ya de omani adin say Medina fo no ache Mamobi fo twom 4-1 ewo akensi nim na afe Tema ene Ashaman omso Ashaman fo twa Tema fo 2-1 Ashaman tena Tema konso okay ntiere say ede Ashama be Tema capital wese na nema esi ekosona ana afe final no ebe Medina versus Ashaman. Hey, against the wedding Medina versus Ashaman. We Sheikh Shaributu Ramadan Cup 2026 11th edition. And they won't come abroad into Benghazi. We Sheikh Shaributu Ramadan Cup 2026 11th edition. And they won't come and so it's Yamia Doma final Medina versus Ashaman. Yamia Doma bed Nepa and in school for any Kivu Omina Techia or Medichumetino. It's me Abba. Na Coach Pfizer Mustafa. Medina team no omo na West Mexico so many abrepa wo na Jumedini City no na omo ekasa Sheikh Shaributu Cup na se yentie Coach Pfizer Mustafa
Asama na ti se oba una Asempa FM na onija na osia na ifeni line ene we betimi acho ntino Asama de omo shake me bakra boy however your father and Ashama na enisha na shenida etino was really say mission so ewo high moreover teams are share more only good clubs Asempa FM players into the fact that I'm able to score all those things means that Ashama was meeting my shot and we share teams need
okay enti Coach Pfizer Musa otekasa pa banidin ene di Musa na ono na de ne komo akra sa ba Medina for coach no na ni abre pa na ni FC for coach no osan scout no so obo adwuma pa ti wei kapa no so etiansa to je we Ramadan Cup 2026 na omode Sheikh Shaributu Ramadan Cup 2026 11th edition makomako etosu duba akuni ana omo ediaba wonderful cup hwe zongo community sin na obi a etia twinity e wosan hye sonkuanse a womo eboa emaniama etia kwintie so yetamochi e wo dwumedi a omo 8 no mamefa wemra the Guinea Football Federation omo state say they has omo initiate any proceedings with AirCAS and as a CAF regarding the 1976 African Cup of Nations social media rumors no about contesting the Guinea Morocco match results no inaccurate sa 1-1 match no West Mexico so Suleimana 33 and Afin so Macro also 86 was under 1976 rules with no air classic final. Morocco topped the final pool to win Guinea second nti Western Mexico so Guinea omo football federation say omo initiative process bia say womo e de sa case no enso ekọ kafo na say womo e de caucus for ewo omo hye hodo a omo egusu di nti bia obia no na wa hye ne so e de amame na ne abanie Nsamom Sports Council Benghazi say onimo ha Benghazi say onimo ha ne aba no say Nsamom Sports Council womo so chaired by Nana Kwabena Ansa Nana Kwabena Ansa the first ono ye Nsamom hene no na omo di dwumade bi ba so say Easter Sports na omo bo football omo bo volley omo bo table tennis omo bo ludo omo bo ware omo bo draft omo bo sack race na se wo de unai ehye botom de atumi kabra ne lime and spoon so de ankatwa de to atre so de atumi kabra ni na wo ade bi epem so date na 4th to 6th April 2026 ana Nsamom Methodist AstroTurf no so no de say dwumadi kese na eko no se anopa be 7:30 each day na de dwumadi no atimi attentam so nti ba bia wo bia no hye no say Nsamom Sports Council under the distinguished chairmanship of Nana Kwabena Ansa the first Nsamom hene no na Easter Sports Air Festival 2026 ana omodebas we the maiden edition edi twem kra na Nana Kwabena Ansa the first Nsamom hene Open Sports basa Open Sports so nti obedi hene na nei ode Nsamom AstroTurf no Nsamom Methodist AstroTurf no omode be san hye so 4th April 5th April 6th April 2026 at 7:30 am na dwumedi no ahyase dwumedi no anika hwenkofo a efi achiche ne benche kwota Nsamomfo achi na omode sa dwumedi etiansa apem so a anika nti stadium uni ba bia kwa Nsamomfo se ombe awa tu na omata akira boa emaniama atimi akoye edi amanti we nananama trankonya wo Nsamom ana omde abegya ese yendwudwam na omusana ne Mexico so Nsamom Sports Council ana afi Nana Kwabena Ansa the first Nsamom hene no no de san share so kwenti abanti we obedi akire na resource ne dade na nipa ne dade sisi so ne ba che so eze me galamsi ne dade ntimi ne dade ti we nyina so di akire na resource no ye den eba so ase si Western Mexico so mini mota adwuma bia yakoje ayeye no anye ne mo kire no so ne ba che ntino ne abadi inti my ever funeral announcement we say sports funerals my ever we so fam inti sports funerals ya bani na em say me edi ami hu no the Nunu Mensa family omo na announce the passing of Mrs. Margaret Madia Nunu Mensa na beloved wife of Brigadier General Wright Joseph Nunu Mensa, former chief of the Defense Air Staff of Ghana Armed Forces and then the former National Security Advisor to the late President J.E.A. Mills. Na Mrs. Nunu Mensa was a devoted wife, a loving mother, and a grandmother, and a distinguished businesswoman. She was widely known as the proprietress of the premier Flourish Flower shop located at Dankwa Circle, Usu, Accra. Her warmth, generosity, and grace will be deeply missed by all who knew her. The mortal remains of the late Mrs. Margaret Madia Nunu Mensa will be laid in the state at the residence later in the afternoon on Friday, 10th April 2026 at the Wagon Close I'm say we know behind the Soul Clinic International School Air Cantonment Accra there will be no wakekeeping. When I say there will be no wakekeeping, mourners and then air sympathizers are respectfully invited to file past on Saturday, 11th April 2026 from 7 a.m. to 9 a.m. It is proud to the funeral service at Soul Clinic International School Cantonment Accra. Further details of the funeral announcements will be communicated in due course. The family kindly invites all relatives, friends, and well wishes to join them in celebrating her life and legacy. It's with Ma Nunu Mensa, Mrs. Margaret Madia Nunu Mensa, Anna Wakanchina Guyani, yɛde na yɛ ho hyehyɛ so kwetin senjao bibia betwem on 11th of April 2026 ana sa hyehyɛ so kono ebetimi aba ɛwɔ dwumadi a wo mu eguso edimiti no ne aba no ɛwɔ sena niama esi akoso nti no aye no okay for informa no ti we de Mr. Benunu Mensa former GOC president
which lifting former
president say me prepachi kama na man sen na hu brigadier Nunu Mensa na yirena say ye kana asemi ti ara wo sem na ba wo asem de na koyen kugya akwese de kremaju muja ya mini bi na ya pe bi agusu say
It is sad, no, what's here? What's here? For me, don't feel boy. Let me see this one. I could come in no pen, Ow, intino. We de almost set a sincerest and deepest condolences. I was an yama esia kono. Goma, we de funny akano epraprechi yewra amanani yenim.
Okay.
Fi bo amanfo nkomo na fi enso so ntempa so yenkoda no chana so yebesan den asaba. Ti we de 8:30 na edisi ntino.
Eno ano tete within be ya na se me power pa me yefriwa. Asampa 94.7 FM busafo braso se ene yewram ewo amanoni tokrom hansam ba komienu anese ne yefi amanoni a eno nso ba ya ntwentwen so na yewram dia ene yebekọ aye Senegal wo mu asoye ukopiem ewo Senegal man na encheye eno mu ji African Cup of Nations ni si wo mu nanso no mu ji si wo mu nanso na na aye na wo twetwa mu na cup e de bae say woman Senegal African Cup of Nations wo mu ji si wo mu nanso na nya kwampa so ntie nei ye ji trophy no e de afi wo mu ensa na beto wi so Senegal for kra no wo mu e de cars akwakoye appeal ho na cars de abeto wi so e be si samre de enye no credit Senegal for akwakoye appeal na mum wo mu up to 7th of April so metsu e betimi asubmit wo mu appeal no e de akona pe wo mu de defend wo mu case ene na sem no cafon so e de abom nsi weni nsima nso atimi aba pe yenkwen na yenwre mu kakra ewo Zinedine Zidane na so ye uko Zidane na so ya mene ukasa de nyame aduma after World Cup no Zinedine Zidane beba be head coach e de ama eye mu na say France national team no ama Zinedine Zidane they say they are getting closer to French national team after coach and the Didier Deschamps na so wie na djuma pe na say Zidane e na okwakoje as a head coach na bia so atimi akonkan eno ana Zidane akire mu padia enya de na say ni wono ankasa no na so no nko ana ekọ ne eye staff na say ne backroom staff wono mu ye adwuma ewo Real Madrid na so mutimi sosidi ye no wono mu ene ekọ raba kwa ne Jerry David eye Batoni ono de na say wo ye nipa bia wono no ekọ den na say coach wono enam wono empo na say empan kwanta all the time bia wono na ene bo adwuma nto weni nsma na say Zinedine Zidane ono so wodi abetudwa eho yenko na yenkokopiem ewo Spain wo mu asoye zane say Spanish national team no wo mu so eho prepare for FIFA international na say break abetodwa mansa wodo ekoso ewo Europe na fe wiase apena nyina na Brenton Jenny Lami Yama meno kasa de okopiem ewo Spanish national team camp no Brenton na say train no wanye bi na say okopiem ewo hono modia na say ja wono okopiem ha na say ja bicycle and run sa enti ene onye ono nko oni Brenton Jenny Marcus Laurenta na say mono so wo sanso na Americ Laporte wemu nyina no maintenance omo no enya de say training so ye bobo e tu mechanic de no omo enka na mu de ukopiem honmo a na se bicycle fidia e wo training camp wono eho ena anasem no ena mu enso eyisu eho na lami ya man na so e na ena ne ukopiem e wa branch ya so e dia sisi de na se obobo quality e de Paris Saint-Germain for say omuni sika ne bosom 350 million euros enu sika omu ede kokofa ye lami ya ma na se Barcelona wenga no ena kokopiem e wo Paris Saint-Germain to win sma enu so atimi aba Antoine Griezmann eye French ni anaso ye France ni wosina kan de ma Atletico Madrid sensi ya me ne okasa de na se US manum ena okokopie nyame atuma na se July 2026 ena rai eko woni omu awie nkata asem ne de na se Antoine Griezmann and Orlando City awie ni nyina se wagiatum so bekwa kosi akan dia monti control ne de wo mu asaya na se ni Antoine Griezmann after sembo season number na wie ya wakwa kosi akan e wo Major League Soccer nim e de mabo kwalite de Orlando City nteno so dia eba enso eno no afa yegusu wo France wo mpatam e dia na se ne se ukọ French League 1 now e bobo kwalite de Paris Saint-Germain omo ena that league table no so and afa Lens etosu mienu na Lens ne Paris Saint-Germain game nanka simple no omobo before on the 11th of April no na sempani for French football etu e dia kwese da ni nyina ne se Paris Saint-Germain wamu ewo eye Champions League match ebo editia Liverpool home and away enam sa match ninti omo postpone na se big game ese koso between Paris Saint-Germain na fe eye Lens no edeko on the 11th of April enu and Lens pone so omo entiase na so omo twu ho enye ye nti still kwan sempo no eba na sa ntene French eye football no anase federation omo nka bibi enso enfrancham because omo de omo entiase sense be league table no aye no omunsu timiti league no ema ne ye Antoine anasa Brenton ti ade na sempo no Rudiger Edi nsembi edi atuja na Anthony Rudiger nensma okani nyanzo sese de ne form na bapa ezi de ogina ne naso kwambia so obetimi abo home and away obetimi abo back to back anytime bia no and se coach and team edi apalewa de ne gina mu kwande a na so obetimi aye adwuma no enti nei Rudiger say ne form no enso atimi aba enti weni small de tuja na se Borussia Dortmund bo kono aye team ba ko a Manchester United a branch omosa ne meche eye Jadon Nelson no Sancho na diabeto no echemu a Abrante Nelson ni loan no ebewie na owie season kwande a Borussia Dortmund force omesan so akofa Abrante Nelson Sancho na fe wabebesi akan enso edi ama Borussia Dortmund tense no man se dem koye enfomu na former Borussia Dortmund head coach eye owura ne ti edi Jurgen Klopp na mene ukasa de Klopp edi atuja obeye adwuma de ma Liverpool after Liverpool no ene wo ye adwuma de ma Red Bull wo mpodoma academy nim na no ana club de atuja say ni future ne de insanchofo bisano so be ko ba bia na wo se da bi enye sa na tie Red Bull forso ye no ehwa na wo ye adwuma koso ye adwuma edi ama Red Bull boboko no na bia so etimi akonkanti weni sma wo de atuja enso eho na Moise Caicedo Abranti wakasa se ukopim ewo Ecuador eho no odi nkui ewo national level no but Chelsea boboko no eho na Abranti ne sina kan na ne ebisa ne se de o Real Madrid midfield hon ma se hon mai week kaka na nso e bon se midfield padia Moise Caicedo ne se ne Caicedo adwuma no utimi ye pa na no ana Moise Caicedo ade atodwa se o so ono anka se won ka so komade de bia woni Chelsea for contract entinya de na so ko Chelsea akọ aye Madrid for enso aso se de se se aye Chelsea ni Ecuador wo mu an o se akan enso edi amount winning sma enso atimi aba Manchester United menu kasa de new deal eko edi ama Kobimanu esensa Branton 20 31 ana Kobimanu nyame aduma na se ja ne contract no Manchester United for starting na kan omu edi ato no mawi akaso obe sign contract no na bia so etimi akonkanti 2031 ana Kobimanu obe extend ne contract no ewo Manchester United akopim enso ewo na yenko ensemu from dia ukopim ewo England na there's a trophy ba ko a anase omu ebo eno aye community shield na community shield final no and then there's English FA no edi aba se nyade e bekoso e Wembley biam over best simple 20 years near any abo community so Wembley sa was it be and ya fade the next year more England ye kobo walls send some Cardiff a municipality stadium and no walls no a ho and ye kobo a year community so into winning sma and also me aba send some coach and the and the ayembono tudo I go na me no kasa de tudo present na one super na yes one when ya that be the next coach obeko eson se Thomas Frank by na ye into 2 down so so no so bebu ni ketem edi afi Tottenham bubu kona so esan so oba na still and no one said ankoye 7 minute to wanim enra sir omo head coach a wono ewo ho Ram Matias no omo eja na kwan ama coach eko anwumra me ne kasa de omo ne Luis Garcia awie assign new contract na so ruai till 2027 no oba be adwuma e de ama Sevilla into when sma no so atimi abetwa eho na yenwuram kakra ye free ye Sevilla so ye de na Spain hon money wo na Fiorentino Perez akasa wono no ye president edema aye Raymond Bobokono ene nei woni Vinicius Junior Asia be fan sana Brantino wokwa kopiem ewo national campaign no ewo Brazil woni na kasa emeresia wie se Vinicius Junior after simple international break no obope na sa Brante e baba standing ne contract no e di ama Raymond into winning sma eno so atimi aba na Vinicius Junior wokwa camp no enyo no nkwa wo woni Rafinha Uyo mumienu nese life for master elbow ewo Brazil national team no camper enye je say flight no omu koni nya from Spain to Brazil no flight ba ko no mo de koye enu achi no so emro mo kodi Brazil enu so nese car ba ko eno mo ebo mo de timi empo no fire mo de kopim ewo cam Rafinha sina kan e de ma Barcelona ana Vinicius Junior so sina kan e de ma Revan Batenadie nese uhwe mu padia nese ja enkabom no eya dia no so ewo ho no mu a enye easy kwa na sense Mohamed Salah minu kasa die nese Salah se die nese abrante no agiatum se nyame atum season no kona wie ya Liverpool boboko no aso ye die nese ja want to ensi akan biem enso emfa ma boboko no nti wenisma baba to dwa sense weekendi match ba ko to dwa to na wose boboko no tina fie ema Nottingham Forest eso mo kanu makom yensa omo ntimi antimu ba akokra nanu ana Brighton jay Taiwo aye awoni onu aye Brighton osina kan de ma Nottingham Forest wo say third goal ni wie no ena owuro na tade no na tade no emra singlet na ese no ni atwere ni mu God is the greatest na enei me no kasa de yes ya Brighton to bibi now Hugo Bruce South Africa head coach and a Prof de medisi and now Uri Edin Simu de atuja or see na South Africa for Brazil no more see kan Brazil for no so on meji $5 million US Argentina for so buy so on meji €5 million ajamu anya bia no mdomu sakoso mu ane Panama ana ja kakay wo hono omnima Panama force munsom na fe yenemu ensi akan na bia nso ntimi konkanti weni nsma reason why nti omanya Brazil enya Argentina no ana coach Prof wode atujanti Prof mami mfansia na minjai emfa emau minjai emfa mau na mi koedie W Okuma wo sojani W Okuma
didn't be by senka but
ayusro unse ene ye brother eni nyina no W Okuma mamintia no
Brian we set here for
Prof me das
Brian property ka kan emi phone lines
Mo Salah audio okoni nyina ba wie the story of Mo Salah is very fascinating after so free FC Barca Chelsea na enyema nko yamfa man under Jose Mourinho kopiemo Italy kobo ma AS Roma then Jurgen Klopp ekofane back into the Premier League oba na man for say since one is successful under Jose Mourinho or Chelsea then definitely he's not going to be successful under Jurgen Klopp or Liverpool. Then the first season obon homodi ye papa then the English press started say he will be a one season wonder and that the performance and the team and go beyond the Odema Liverpool, but he stuck with his grounds and then kept growing as a player, and the rest is history. For me, I think any argument we say he's the best African player to have played in the Premier League. So we Premier League top 10 great players of all times. Na onye partial na say onye discriminatory. So to be the Mohamed Salah account because 310 games. Only 281 goals and assist contributions, and as a goal contribution for Timwa. Your friend is Liverpool has shattered a lot of records over the English Premier League. Mo Salah. So the only thing is that I feel he should have left on a high note after say last year or Bournemouth Liverpool a J League, and then or J PFA Player of the Year, probably he should have left. But maybe honest of you saying the legacy and what Liverpool had done for him is an old feel at that time now. It wasn't going to help and or extending the contract and the one. But with 1 year into the 2 years contract to sign, they have come to an agreement. Say after this season, Mohamed Salah can then leave Liverpool. He will go and then come back as a Liverpool legend and then as an English legend. And I'm reading a lot about Mo Salah. Prof, Kumasa Sante Kotoko. Omobepe, who a CEO is. I think just a CEO will not help Kumasa Sante Kotoko. This new board should put proper football structures in place in terms of administration before the CEO comes. There should be proper football administration structure in place before the CEO comes. CEO no be ban so no. Ayese omoma ne tiase. Na Kumasi Sante Kotoko board ne tiase. I understand say the media in Kumasi has a voice. And the power of Kumasi media in Kumasi Sante Kotoko affairs started under Herbert Mensah. Where through the enlightenment as administrator near the end tried say draw some of the media houses closer to him, let them into a NEMA or for first-hand information any idea. But the media in Kumasi has grown powerful to the point that I will not disrespect anybody, but they are part of Kotoko problems. It's like